Hi there. Welcome back to another episode of the Freedom Podcast. I remain your host, Victor Onwulu. This episode is titled Learn to Say No. And we both know that it's easy to say yes in the moment, but fulfilling that obligation or fulfilling the promise, the thing that we had said yes to, much later when the enthusiasm has waned, is difficult. And sometimes we may have said so many yeses that we still want to fulfill our promise. We still want to uphold our end of the bargain, but it's too much. We're human and we get tired, and you can take on too much responsibilities or too much burden that you break down just because you want to please people, or you want to remain in their good books, or you want to prove a point. You keep on saying yes, yes, yes. Can you do this? Yes, yes, yes. And it gets overwhelming to the point where you become bitter. I think that's the word. The exertion becomes so much that you become bitter. It's either you begin to resent yourself or you begin to resent the people you said yes to. So this episode is to remind you that there's another option. Say no. If it's something that you cannot do, something that would stretch you too much, something that is uncomfortable, something that your motive for doing it is external, it's too external. Let's, for example, you're not doing it because you want to do it. You're doing it to please the other person, or you're doing it to paint a picture. You know where I'm going with this. Learn to say no. It makes your life much easier. It may not be as easy as it sounds right now to say no when a request is brought to you. It may be difficult in the moment to make the decision to say no, but saying no in the present for something that you cannot cater for in the future is much better. No matter how difficult it is for you to say no right now, it's better you say no, because saying no right now relieves you of that burden of having to drag yourself through the mud, drag yourself through a process that you are not really passionate about. You're just doing it because you had said yes. So it can save you all of that stress. So this episode is very straight to the point. Learn to say no. I'm learning to say no every day with requests, different things that come my way. If it's something that I know that I cannot keep up with, something that I know that I don't want to start, something that I know I'm not going to see through, I would rather say no to it early enough just to save myself the stress. So it's important that we learn to say no. Another thing learning to say no helps us do is that when we begin to say no, our battles are less, because you are not choosing your battles, you're choosing your yeses and your no. Jesus said we should let your yes be yes and let your no be no. So I think he said anything else in between is from the devil. So he was trying to tell us that life is as easy as yes or no. You get to choose. When you've said yes, you've committed yourself to a certain course, a certain direction, and you have to see it through because you said yes to it. And when you say no, no ends it on the spot. You guys may, the other party may not be happy about it, and you guys may, seemingly fall out, but you have no obligation to feel the way they feel. You just said no because it wasn't going to work for you. You don't have to always displease yourself to please people. So saying no is vital. Saying no is important for your mental health, for your physical health, and for your spiritual health. In every way. Say no to things that say no to things that have no personal, deep connection. Let me not use the word benefit, like something that does not resonate with you, something that the motive is not from within, the motivation is outside. Say no to something like that. It's not bad. We need to learn to say no to things that are just unnecessary. Yeah, simple. The word unnecessary. Say no to the things that are unnecessary. And, life gets easier for that. I think that's it. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Freedom Podcast. Catch you on the next one. Pleasure of pain, without no pain, no gain. Not last forever, not even no pain. I don't be down on my back, I get